Video games are good. They contain stories, quests, mechanics, words, and feelings. Today, I, Ian Campbell, bring you, delightful audience, a sample platter of games that each contain a distillation of a very specific feeling. A game feel, you could say. What kinds of feelings, you might ask, and I thank you for asking, and answer by starting the rest of this episode of game feel. Giant space robots. In Japanese cartoons with giant robots, there will often be 100 bad robots, but they're really only there so someone can blow them all up and delight you. Also, you have those missiles that don't go straight forward like practical missiles would. They instead do this spiraling thing where they zip around in 100 directions before they actually hit. Born Ready Games remember these missile and good bad robot feelings and made a game for you to enjoy. They made Strike Suit Zero and Strike Suit Infinity. You play as a spaceship, there's someone in it, that acts like a fighter jet up until it turns into a robot that has missiles and a gun. It's a fun little X-Wing 'em up that would be worth recommending on its own. But we're not here for 5 out of 5s. We're here for game feel. Your space robot game feel is locking on with those super space missiles, like 20 of them at once, while dodging enemy fire and then firing those missiles and watching them all go spiraling out to blow up a bunch of bad guys' ships. Bonus game feel. When the bad robots are shooting at you, if you're a super robot, you can dodge in 3 dimensions. Quick little zip, zip, dash, evade. Tide you over for the next Zone of the Enders game that will never happen. Sorry, didn't mean to make you sad. Feel better. Play video games. Now, a nice relaxing trip over an island as a fruit-loving, low-poly bird in free indie game Fruits of a Feather. This whole game is basically a large bowl of relaxing that you can dip your hands and face into at the end of a long day. Or a short day. I'm not your boss. Another helping of game feel, placed in front of you. Sure, you can soar high above the island, observing the scenery and fruits from a distance. A bird's eye view, if you will. But if you're a discerning bird of taste, you'll occasionally dip down to ground level and fly just above the grass, or water, or trees, or snow. Maybe you like taking a relaxing canoe ride and running your fingertips along the top of the water. Maybe you watched the Death Star Trench Run Star Wars scene too many times. Who knows? Either way, that feeling is right here for you as you weave between obstacles and watch the pleasantly distorting earth/water beneath you. Honorable mention, Just Cause 3. This game is mostly about blowing stuff up and tying mans to windmills or putting rockets on their noses. But honestly, flying around a beautiful archipelago, buzzing cars, nosediving through canyons and under bridges, that's something I could do for hours. And I did. So I'm telling you this now too, so you can get a similar game feel that costs money, is less relaxing, and has a lot more polygons. Today's last game feel? It's about figuring out how to get places and not be crunched accidentally. When you first start driving or walking around a new place, you're hesitant. You use your GPS a lot. You don't know any shortcuts, and sometimes you try to take one, but crash straight into a wall at 150 miles per hour. Please, don't do that if you can help it. In Burnout Paradise, you can't help it. That happens to you all the time. But you get used to it. There have been a lot of other open-world games, but the relatively small size of Paradise City combines with a few other things they'll tell you about in a moment to really capture the feeling of getting to know a place. That gradual change from, where the heck am I, and where is everything I want, and how do I get there without getting smushed, to, oh, it's that gas station. I want to take this next right, and I'm in oncoming traffic, so maybe I should move a little to the side. In Burnout Paradise, there are 2 big factors here. 1. Every single intersection, there are 120 of them, in and around and outside the city is a different event. And 2. There are only ever a handful of possible destinations. Wildcats Baseball Stadium, the Observatory, Coast Guard HQ, Naval Yard, Ranch, Wind Farm. The first 5 or 6 times you drive out into the mountains, you say, "Oh, these roads are twisty. What are these yellow things? Car!" But spend enough time in Paradise City, and you start to say, "For this stunt run, I'm going to drag this combo out until I hit my favorite bridge, which is covered in ramps. Then, I can take that shortcut to Boatland and flip off that other split ramp on the way. I'm so good at racing, and also stunts." You'll figure out which events are your favorite, not because of the clever names you see in a menu, but because of what landmarks they're next to. By the time the game's ready to give you your real, grown-up driver's license, you're an old hand at navigating the friendly streets of Paradise City. It's okay if you still crash. Don't worry. These are but a few small slices of game feel, ready for your thumbs and brains. Other games may also give you these or similar game feels, but I have chosen these to present to you, treasured internet watcher. I leave you now with these gifts, but I will return with another cornucopia of, well, games. Games and game feels. I'm Ian Campbell. Thank you for watching. Please, play video games.